Good evening, everybody. I'm Andy Lee. The UTEP Miners return to the Sun Bowl this week for a homecoming date with Louisiana Tech. Miners came in at 1-3, while the Bulldogs were 1-4 under first-year coach Skip Holtz. ABC 7 Sports Director Asher Wildman was at the Sun Bowl for homecoming 2013. Asher.
Some of you may know this about me. Many of you probably don't. The stadium was named for my late grandfather and great-uncle Andy and Sid Cohen. They both grew up in El Paso and played Major League Baseball in the 20s and 30s. After their playing days were over, they did whatever they could to help grow the game of baseball in the borderland. They both died in 1988. My mom passionately lobbied the city council and Mayor Susie Azar, you see my mom there in the oversized late 80s glasses, to have the new Northeast Stadium named in their honor. I was there with my family when they dedicated the stadium to the Cohen brothers on June 30th, 1990, and it was sad for me to be there tonight. I'll always have great memories at that place. But way too little, way too late. Bruins crushed the Aggies 59-13, and I don't know about you guys, but those UCLA uniforms have to be among the best looking in all of sports. That powder blue, the gold, it's beautiful.
Didn't realize you were such a fashionista.
When it comes to uniforms, yes. I love a good uniform.
All right, and I love a good forecast, and there it is.
Are you ready for some football? Week 2 of the NFL season wrapped up in the Natty tonight with the Bengals hosting the Steelers. Both teams trying to avoid the dreaded 0-2 start. James Harrison used to be a Steeler, now he's a Bengal.
The Coronado Thunderbirds. We're going to send it back to you in the studio.
Dare I? Thank you, Nicole. Good job as always in Coronado. 2 weeks in a row, big winners at the tug of war. Good evening, everybody. I'm Andy Lee. On a Sunday that saw the series finale of Breaking Bad, a lot of NFL teams were looking to break through and win. The Atlanta Falcons in danger of dropping to 1-3 with a home loss to the Patriots on Sunday Night Football. Matty Ice, awfully tough to beat in the Dome. Oh man, it is getting exciting out here. I am at Alan Slepkowitz Field, where in a few minutes the Eastlake Falcons will do battle with the Andress Eagles in our game of the week. Both teams 1-0 coming into this one. I'm going to bring in Coach Patrick Brown right now. And Coach, you guys got Eastlake 28-6 last year, but different Eastlake team. They got some veterans. What's the challenge going to be tonight stopping Eastlake? All right, Coach, thanks for your time and good luck tonight. All right, it'll be the Andress Eagles hosting the Eastlake Falcons in a battle of predatory birds. That's our game of the week coming up. Kickoff at 7. Asher.
Tornillo High School senior Cesar Morales has been different his whole life and is showing everyone now that he can play football. Life threw him a curveball, but he stepped onto the field and wasn't intimidated at all. Andy Lee has more.
There is nothing unusual about a fall football practice in West Texas. There is something very unusual about the newest addition to the Tornillo Coyotes junior varsity squad. Cesar Morales is like most 17-year-olds you'll meet. He's affable, kind, enthusiastic, and a little bit shy. What makes Cesar stand out from his peers is purely physical. He was born without any legs and only one arm. His coach told me Cesar first approached him about playing football last season.
Well, he came and approached me last year and asked if he wanted to play. I said, it's come on out. So at the beginning of the school year, he came up to me and asked me that he was still interested in playing. I said, well, as long as you get your physical and the doctor clears it, come on out. So he did about a week ago, and he's out here playing with us.
Yesterday was Cesar's first practice in pads, and he wasn't afraid to mix it up. Go! He told me his favorite part about playing football.
Hitting people.
Go. The great American sport of football is a testament to our society. If you can contribute, there will be a spot for you. Cesar Morales is hoping he can contribute. Cesar will suit up tomorrow when Tornillo hosts Clint. His coaches tell me they'll gauge his playing time by ear.
Everybody's waiting for this Thursday night to see what he does. I know with Cesar, I've probably never seen the biggest smile on his face the first time he put on his helmet, his shoulder pads.
Ultimately, Cesar wants what everybody who puts on the uniform does.
We're helping the team out. Win something at least.
Reporting from Tornillo, Andy Lee, ABC 7. And keeping with the theme of Cruce's teams in the Duke City, earlier today, the Oñate Knights looking to get to 3-4 with a win over West Mesa. Mustangs looking for their second win of the season. Oñate going for 2 in a row. West Mesa would strike first when quarterback Mike Archuleta sneaks it in from a couple yards out. 7-0 Mustangs.
The Knights answer right back with a healthy dose of running back Matthew Guerra. First, the big 35-yard run up the middle, finally brought down by Christian Atencio. Then Guerra finishes off with the 6-yard run, tied at 7 at the break. Oñate wins 24-21 in overtime. In case you missed the Borderland Blitz served up by Applebee's, here are our plays of the week. We start with Thursday night's West Side Bowl. T-Birds up 3 in the 4th when they seal it with the double reverse. Chris Stern takes the second handoff for Coronado, 45 yards to pay dirt. Birds down the Cougars 37-21. Last night's game of the week between Montwood and El Dorado. Aztecs already up 14-0 in the first quarter when LaDerrick Wilson changes direction and takes it 79 yards to the house officially. He ran well over 100 on that play. That would be the last score for El Dorado. Montwood rallies to take the 24-21 victory. And finally, how about this hard run by Jefferson's Brian Dow? Keeps the legs churning and gets pulled in by his own teammate. However, Andrus goes on to win big, 51-13.
Andy Lee was in Alpine and reports that the Miners are enjoying their new digs.
After 14 years in Socorro, the UTEP players and coaches are finding Sul Ross State and Alpine to be home sweet home.
I think it's a great setup. I'm loving it. I love the dorms, the food, the people here are amazing. Alpine, what I like the most, I like the trees. I love the trees, I love the grass.
After a scheduling conflict arose with New Mexico Tech in Socorro, UTEP Director of Football Operations Nate Poss had to scramble to find another location. Poss had scouted Alpine once before, but didn't find the accommodations to be up to snuff.
And Gary Norton and I went to Alpine back 14 years ago when we found Socorro. And but what really was not good about Sul Ross then was the dorms were so bad.
The same dorms that cost Sul Ross 14 years ago are now among the best in the country. Lobo Village, where the Miners are staying, have the contemporary co-ed in mind. Separate bedrooms? Check. A comfy entertainment center? Check. A kitchenette? Check plus. Poss is hopeful for a long-term relationship with Alpine and Sul Ross State.
I would think since it's in the state of Texas, and if it works, I'm sure we'll go back.
As for the food, the jury is still out on that one.
How do you like it so far?
It's delicious.
How's it compared to Socorro?
Might be a tie. Maybe.
Reporting from Camp Alpine, Andy Lee, ABC 7.